Hello, everybody. This is Tyler on the Electronic Toy Archive, and I want to take you through an overview of how we use toy samples for our creations for the Toy Archive. When I first found the Electronic Toy Archive's YouTube channel in October of 2021, I came across this video. All flute songs from the See and Learn piano, made by Peyton McDonald, aka Mopper Toys, another member of the Toy Archive. And I wondered, how did he get these samples to begin with? I found out that the samples he used for his creations were trimmed from the test mode of the Leapfrog Alphabet Pal. You see, the older Leapfrog toys, like the See and Learn piano, Alphabet Pal, and other Leapfrog toys from the early 2000s, had the samples that were used to play the music in their test modes. Take, for example, the first part of the Alphabet Pal's sound test. Another example would be the sound test for the Leapfrog Phonics radio, which has its samples played in the middle of the TM. I decided, why not try to get some other samples from other Leapfrog toys that have been recorded? When I first joined, we already had the samples from the Leapfrog Alphabet Pal and the Leapfrog Fridge Phonics. Then, I trimmed the samples from the Leapfrog See and Learn piano, which was recorded by the Toy Collector of Seville. Not too bad at the time, considering that I was using my phone to trim the samples. And then I shared them to Peyton so he can use them. The Fridge Phonics sample and the banjo sample from the See and Learn piano was used on his recreation of the Leapfrog Leap Start learning table. And at the time, he did this with a program called Pixie Tracker. So I decided I would try it for myself, and I couldn't figure out how to operate the app. Well, the months went by, and I tried using BandLab's sampler to do my creations with. This was after I trimmed the samples from the Mattel Blues Clues radio from 2000 and the Mattel Sesame Street 123 FM radio from 1999, which you can only get in full if you glitch them. And this was 3 months before I got a computer. I mean, I did a few things with the sampler in BandLab, like the Leap Start music player, the first 3 songs for it, which was a fan-made idea I came up with. And I somehow got through the process of doing the built-in songs for the fan-made Backyardigans radio. And then when I got my computer in October of 2022, I started using Reaper and its Sample-O-Matic 5000. And at the time, a few people from the community had just started using the Circuit Rhythm, which you can load samples into. The Sample-O-Matic 5000 is a VST instrument in Reaper that can take any audio sample and turn it into a MIDI instrument. I just add the effect to any track in Reaper, hit the Browse button, find the sample that I want, press Detect Pitch, and then I have a sample that's turned into an instrument. Next, I make sure the track is armed, set the track input to my MIDI keyboard. I use my Yamaha DGX 660 as a MIDI keyboard. And then, if I start pressing keys, that lets me know the sample is working. There's also a DB combo box that lets me go through different samples. And then when I find the correct sample, and if it's not at the right key, I can go to Pitch Adjust, and I can easily adjust the pitch from there. And then I can start making effects presets with different instruments. And I've already done that for Leapfrog and Mattel samples, which is easy for me to go to so I don't have to hit the Browse button all the time. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the drum sample on the Alphabet Pal is rarely used. It's used on one thing, Pop Goes the Weasel. The only difference is, it's sped up. So if I slow it down, you'll hear the drum in its original pitch. See what I mean? Ever since I started using Reaper's Sample-O-Matic 5000, I've been wanting to do more creations with these samples. Here is a list of samples we have so far. These are the Mattel samples, and there's a lot. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of samples here. Now, the leapfrog ones are as follows. And that is all the samples we have trimmed so far. And that is how we use these toy samples for the recreations we do on this channel. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one. Bye!